Sugar, spice, everything twice. On the left and the right, in a word, nice. She's a babe, it says so right there on her T. Bedazzled with the letters B-A-B-E. That's not a title, it's a promise, a dare. It spells badass bitch, extraordinaire. But that's rude, like an UGG see a dome. It's safer if you just call her Ladybug Jones. She'll spend the morning skipping in a field of wildflowers and spend the afternoon buying out the Trump Towers. She's smarter than she looks, and not just cause she looks dope. A pretty face is nothing, it be nothing but a joke. So she hits a gym, all the heads turn. 50 women on the treadmill, spat burn, split. But now the ladybug walks on by. She hits a pretty waist and minimize a great divide. On the bench rest, but not to make her boobs taller. Cause she'll be damned if she lets some motherfucker put his hands on her. Mama, the life is calling, take it off mute. Strong as a new cue. If you don't know by now what this chick is about, then now you know which one is running the show. If you don't know by now what this chick is about, and now you know which one is running the show. You see, the thing about a ladybug that's captivated me is the air of unmitigated femininity. Cause no matter what the ladybug will do, become or see, in the very end the ladybug will always be as subtle as a flower or as scary as a tree, a sunny word unspoken or a dark cacophony. A ladybug can fight or a ladybug can flee, but in the end the ladybug will always be as big as a he or as tiny as a pea. Black, white, brown, yellow, red like the sea. Rockin' them pancakes, rockin' double D's. But either way a ladybug will always be. So the ladybug, it symbolizes every girl that's free. Chicks with the guts enough to live the life you please. No matter what the ladybug will do, become or see, in the very end the ladybug will always be. If you don't know by now what this chick is about,
A ladybug will always be.
and now you know which one is running the show.
A ladybug will always be.
If you don't know by now what this chick is about,
A ladybug will always be.
and now you know which one is running the show.
A ladybug will always be.
If you don't know by now what this chick is about,
A ladybug will always be.
and now you know which one is running the show.
A ladybug will always be.
If you don't know by now what this chick is about,
A ladybug will always be.
and now you know which one is running the show.
A ladybug will always be. Please don't change who you are. You were always my star. Please don't change who you are. You were always my star. Please don't change who you are. You were always my star. Please don't change who you are. You were always my star. Please don't change who you are.
Right, chat. Howdy. The reason that you probably hear my chair squeak because we're using the good mic tonight because it's going to be shut the fuck up. It's going to be a very chill night tonight because I don't know if I can get too worked up. Another life update. Nothing can ever be, okay. Nothing can ever be normal in my life. Over the past couple weeks, I've recently developed, I don't know why, but I've recently developed some pretty bad heart problems. Howdy, Marshall. Howdy, Wise. Howdy, an old one. Howdy, Spaz, and howdy, Nora. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I say pretty bad, but I mean, they're not catastrophic as far as I know. The biggest problem is it's worrying and it's painful is the big thing. I'm in a lot of pain. Howdy, Cannibal. How you doing? It's worrying and it's painful. It has me scared a lot of the time. Right? Don't know what's going on. We're gonna find that out hopefully in a couple weeks. But it does have me, a little bit afraid. I'll be a man enough and say that I'm afraid, but biggest thing is it's inconvenient. It's hard to, do the things I want to do because I'm always tired now. Like over the past few days, I just became so tired, and I'm always, my chest is hurting over the past couple weeks. It's always been hurting. So hopefully we'll be able to get it figured out and get it fixed, and I'll be back to normal. I'm not gonna let that slow down. It's already delayed a video that I want to have out this week. I'm going to try and get out. It's going to be another real short one where it's mostly going to be me rambling about something like the last one that I did about Kowloon generic romance. But I do want to get one more video out, and then I'll probably just knuckle down and get the P4 animation video done by I'll get that done by hopefully the end of April, beginning of May, around then, and then we're gonna barrel straight into Isekai Summer. Right, I have my first 3 videos for Isekai Summer planned out, and we'll take some suggestions from the comments for those videos on what we're going to be doing for the rest of Isekai Summer. Let me know if I'm a bit too loud because again I'm using the good mic, so it might be a little bit more loud than regular streams if my volume's okay. Other news. Thank you all for just coming out tonight, for subscribing, for watching and everything, talking to me. This has been a pretty big outlet for all my niche little interests. Say niche, but it's been a pretty good outlet for a lot of my little interests and everything. Is it more basic? Let me see. You can hear my lisp pretty bad, but oh well. It might be because I'm, talking quieter, because it kind of hurts to talk. I have a lot of pressure on my chest, and it hurts if I talk too much or too loud. So good night to stream, huh? It's bassy, but you sound smooth. That's good. I like this mic. I'm very glad that it's working out okay. The only problem is it might just be because I need to probably get a better audio engine, but the one that I have is free, and the other ones are not free. But the audio engine that I use right now, it kind of struggles to bounce between, consistent sound and just dropping out. It has a pretty good noise cancellation thing, but sometimes it goes a bit overboard. Howdy, the despicable Kazu Trash. How you doing? Or just Kazu Trash. I will be playing Katawa Shoujo, indeed. That's in Discord, whoops. Yes, I will be playing Katawa Shoujo tonight. I've been trying to get my dad to download the visual novel and read through it. And he just hasn't. I don't know why, but he just hasn't. It's hard to get him really into the things that I like, The 4chan VN, yes indeed. The disabled girl, because, everyone always says, I always said for the past couple years, man, I wish I was like Hisao, it being, surrounded by all these cute girls, then the monkey paw curl and is like, oh, you want heart problems? Is that what you want, buddy boy? You want heart problems? So, yeah, never wish for shit like that, chat. Good, even Sandsport. Well, I mean, okay. It's just a really good visual novel that is very touching, you know. Not everything needs to have some big message, but for a visual novel to touch as many people as it has, you know. Um, I will say, you're gonna hear my bitch. I'm gonna read the text, right? Blind girl is very cute. Yes. Are the heart problems worth if you can have a legless athlete girlfriend? Okay, I mean, not really. The pain kind of sucks. Like the consistent, constant pain is kind of bad. I kind of hate it, and constantly feeling like something bad. I feel like something bad is about to happen because I feel like the pain is in my chest and in my arm, but I've been to the hospital, right? I've had an EKG, so I'm not having a heart attack, but it feels like I'm going to have a heart attack at any second. It's painful. Ground for great VNs. It is indeed. Whenever they knuckle down into sincerity, you know, you get enough autists on one side. Well, not anymore. 4chan has turned to shit. I mean, it was always shit, but now it's just terrible, dude. Terrible. I'll be back. I gotta listen to the Foxhole and read my jacking off comment. Okay, Spaz. Yeah, you have a good one. But, yeah. Whenever people were allowed to actually be sincere on the internet back in the day, because that's outlawed now. You'll be crucified if you try and be sincere about anything on the internet now. But back in the day, whenever they allowed for genuine sincerity, you had genuinely a lot of stuff, a lot of great things coming out. Right. Do you all want to swap to the reading already, or do you want to talk for a bit more? I'm probably going to try and make it through Act 1. I don't know if I want to leave it up to a vote for chat to decide what route I should go down, or should I just... okay, we'll say it like this. How many... Yes, it is all three of those things. The glowies, troons, and the raped, all three of those things, yes. All the, losers of the internet have all gathered there together because they heard, oh, it's a place that accepts every idea, you know? That's why, 4chan back in the day was a shithole. Now it is a genuine cesspit, right? I think I'm gonna disappoint you all. I think I've been on 4chan since I was 9, and you know what I learned in the first 30 minutes of me being on 4chan at 9 years old? The fucking lurk. Yeah, I hate Class of '09, and I really don't care for it at all. Like the fans, the community, all of that shit, I really don't care for any of it. Haha, funny meme game, but come on, dude. Legless Wonder is the only one who seems to be good for our protag's health, just saying. I mean, Lily's not terrible. Okay, first off, one thing. Okay, spoilers, by the way. Dog going wild in my house. But spoilers, by the way, for Shizune's route. Everyone, if you don't want to hear spoilers for Shizune's route, just, I don't know, take your headphones out for like 30 seconds, all right? Just walk away from the computer or something for 30 seconds, okay? But in Shizune's route, during the first sex scene, I think there might be two, but during the first sex scene, or the sex scene that happens in her house, Shizune ties you to a chair and, has sex with you on the chair while you're tied up and you can't stop her. Do I need to explain why this is genuinely fucking retarded to do with somebody that has a debilitating heart condition that could kill him? Like, Emmy running into him in the hallway, while granted, Emmy is fast, but running into him almost caused him to, have another episode, right? She could have killed him. And a lot of you be like, haha, death by snoo snoo. I guarantee you he does not want to die in that girl's house at that moment. I first browsed 4chan after hearing all the urban myths of it. I said to myself, that's it. Yeah, I learned to lurk pretty early on 4chan because I got called out for being a underage on 4chan, and then I learned to lurk, and I don't think I posted on 4chan until I was 15 again. After that, Class of '09 is one of those games that's funny only once, but doesn't know how else to be funny because it all relies on a gimmick. Plus, the creator has his own Kiwi Farms page. Eventually, we're all gonna end up on Kiwi Farms chat. Okay. Sorry. All right. Let's hop on over to the game then. So I think I like Ren. In case you're wondering, let me. This all up a bit for you. Usually I play it pretty quiet because I like to really unwind with this. We're gonna keep the adult content because fuck it. Yeah, sure. Oh wait, you can't even see the game. Fuck. Give me a sec. Boom, video game. I mean, visual novel players being like, "Oh yeah, this game plays fire." X X X X X X X X X. Howdy, Shar. Bonjour. I'm not gonna end up on Kiwi Farms because no one gives enough of a fuck about me to make one. That's what you think. There are some dedicated fucking autists out there, dude. There are some dedicated autists. Let's jukebox. Play. Oh, because I had never mind. Whoops. There we go. Can you all hear the game now? So much as breathe wrong, you're going on the farms. True. Let me know if the game's a bit quiet. I can turn it up if you want. That way you can hear that nice music. That very good. Or if it's too loud, let me know. But very good music. This entire game just breathes genuine passion, genuine soul. Right. Is this uncensored? Yep, I'm going to do it uncensored. Well, I mean, it's not like we're going to get to the, the sex scenes now, but honestly, if I get a stream taken down for adult content, I would want it to be Katawa Shoujo. I want this game to be the one where YouTube decides to fucking whip its cock out and take the fucking stream out because they saw some titties or some shit. Because this isn't a sexual game. This is not an eroge. This is not a game that you play to get your jollies off, right? This is genuine actual art. You're not gonna see people, well, I mean, you're gonna see some actual fucking freaks and weirdos and deranged fucking lunatics going around trying to cover up this shit like Venus, the birth of Venus and shit, right? And I am straight up gonna compare this shit to like the birth of Venus because it's different works of art from different time periods, but they have the same impact, right? That's my autistic spiel out of the way. I'm not going to play with, adult content disabled. We're just going to go right into it. I'm going to let you know, like, ever since I first played this back whenever I was 15 or 16, because I didn't play it in 2012, haha. I was late to the party, but I played it back in 2016, 2017, so it was like 14 or 15. But every time I get to the opening, the prologue, right? I always get choked up. Ever since then, even, current situation aside, I've always gotten choked up because, being in a hospital fucking sucks, dude. So, all right, you're gonna hear me crying in the club. You're gonna hear me crying like a bitch. I'm gonna let you know I am secure enough in my masculinity to choke up during this first part. And I will be reading all the voice lines, and I'm not going to be putting on a voice unless it's funny. I'm not going to be putting on a female voice for the female characters. You'll just have to bear with it, alright? A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. Popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. And now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. Breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. So, just how long am I just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Ah yes, the note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this face shows a bit of initiative. Thank you, Shy. That scared me. Every time the notifications always scare me. $1 from Shy Shades. Long time no see. Life is getting too busy to watch a retard play a video game. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, I mean, thank you for the dollar. Life being busy is a good thing, you know. Good to always keep moving, even if you feel like you're not. Have boss play Misha. We're not doing a call-in stream. Nobody loves to spooky you. I thought there was a tweaker in my Schedule 1 session barging into my house. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. Oh, god damn it. I clicked out of the game, my bad. As I pondered the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. Flakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. Rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Sal, you came? Hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. Heart skip a beat. Voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. Turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Monaco? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it, I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line and that was the result. Pathetic. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. Shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. Passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine as she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. Iwanako, you see, I wanted to know. Go out with me. I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they're being stretched beyond the breaking point. Iwanako, Hisao? I reach up to try and massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Iwanako, Hisao? My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. Hisao! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. Around me, the world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running towards me, all of these fade to black. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Oof. Got through that part yet. Very, very impactful opening. Got your stereotypical confession, then it all comes tumbling down. Welcome back, Spaz. Also, howdy, Blaze. So nervous he had a heart attack and almost died. Relatable. Wakishi, you see Shinji with a sticky hand. As maybe there's a reason for that. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. That whole time I could probably count the times I left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word. Foreign alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It didn't really do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I'd already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course there isn't a cure. Late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. Visitors soon dwindled, and all that get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing short after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I had barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. Hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel like... First month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that their surgery had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still asked the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There's a small library in the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I'd go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash in my consciousness. The barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. Pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely. I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There's this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers and setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back. Fuck. Let me get a drink of water. Give me a sec. Talking so much dries my mouth out real bad. I have a very small bottle with me, so I might need to go fill this a couple times while reading. I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. Doctor, I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. Doctor hands the sheet of paper to my dad. His expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. Dad, so many. Take it from his hand. Oh, fuck, give me a sec. I hate doctors, man. I hate medicine. I hate prescriptions. I hate it all, dude. Whew. I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sick. All of this for the rest of my life, every day. Doctor, I'm afraid that is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that this list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Doctor, also I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Dad, please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows is ignored. Doctor, we all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? Doctor, it has a 24-hour nursing. Some piece of shit is blaring his fucking music loud as shit. And I swear to God, if it's my brother, I'm going to stab him to death tonight. Doctor, it has a 24-hour nursing staff and it's only a few minutes away from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Dependence is a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it really was that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make having a hospital nearby a selling point. Dad, of course, it's only if you want to go, but your mother and I really aren't able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple weeks back. I think you'd like it. Like I really don't have a choice. Doctor, compared to other heart problems, people with your condition tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This is an opportunity. Don't call it. Ah, fuck, man. This is an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity. Doctor, well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, special school, that's an insult. That's what I want to say. It's a step down. Dad, it's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active, in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Doctor, your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. My colleagues in another hospital as a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me, but what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny, I'd always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. Hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try and put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But clean slate isn't a bad thing. It's all I can think of to get me through this. I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life would look like. Ugh. Good fucking tap water. Zao doesn't need faint. He's already numb. Spaz, all women are disabled. Okay. Sorry about that. I really don't like hospitals, chat. Like, really don't like hospitals, don't like doctors. I've seen enough medicine in my life to be good for it forever. And I may be put on more medicine here soon. It's rough sometimes. That's what the opening scene really hits hard, because I've been in I've had moments where I've been in the hospital for too damn long. I've had almost everyone in my family has been in the hospital for too damn long at some point. It's talk about how she was there because she got in a fight with a duck. Hospitals stress me out. They stress me out too. I think everyone in my family at some point has had some medical problem that had tied them up in a whole cycle of going to different doctors, hospitals, everything. Not to mention all the, mental health problems that go around in my family. It's rough at times. Really rough. Will you all give me a minute to go fill up my water again? Sorry about that. So you can listen to some nice music for a moment. Just give me a sec. Alright, sorry about that, Chad. I'm back. Filled up my water, and I saw a palm frond from church today. I wasn't able to go to church because I was at work, but I saw a palm frond from church today because today's Palm Sunday, and I decided to take it to my room. I can have it with me for at least a few days. So I'll probably, once it starts to decay and everything, I'll probably throw it out, but I'd like to have Christ with me for at least a few days. Alright. Also, another thing is that my mucus system really starts to act up whenever I talk too much. So I get the sniffles. I get the sniffles, chat. So if you start hearing me sound more nasally, that's that. Alright. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, the gates in general seemed to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that did not feel welcoming at all. Wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. This is Art Blaze. It is indeed. What they did is they took actual photos of real places and added a slight watercolor filter to it to slightly change it, and they edited a few more things, right, to change it up a bit. But this is beautiful, by the way. The entire look. I think this school is one of the best schools. It's not the traditional, haha, visual novel Japanese school. It's, of course, it's different because it's a school for disabled children, but the look of it and everything is very, at least to me, because I have a lot of good memories with Katawa Shoujo, it's very happy to me. It looks like a sanitarium. It kind of is. I mean, it does look cozy, yes. Very nice place to live. I don't know. I just like it, probably because I just really like Katawa Shoujo. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. Well, I tried to get some of the mucus out from my nose and my mouth and spit it out, but all I did was close up one of my ears, so that's neat. Or I tell myself. Few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Yeah, I haven't finished Shizune's route. Okay, the only route that I've actually finished to completion is Lily's route and Ren's route. Over the years, I've just never gotten around to doing Emi's route or fucking Shizune's route or... Oh no, I finished Hanako's route. I finished Hanako, Lily, and Ren. But I haven't done Shizune and I haven't done Emi. But, good thing nobody thinks to... Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're used to getting a lot of kids in with disabilities, so they don't... Actually, yeah, no, Misha and Shizune do prank him by, like, we'll get to it, but they do prank him. You fucking baconator. Look. I just, whenever I play other routes, I think about how much I liked Ren's route, and how much I really like Ren herself, so I just always go back to redoing Ren's route. Because I'm autistic and I don't like trying new things. Anyways, everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. Is this the disability simulator? Yes. No, I like how Rin is not really all there. She's very unique and not really all there. Which, hey, I wonder why the mental dude dating simulator? Yes. I wonder why the mental dude likes the mental chick. Big question there. What if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled? Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. Wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. Trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. Makes me think about hospitals again, and how they say the operating rooms are painted green because green is a common color. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there's absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, and so it's only logical. Tall man. You must be Nikki Nakai. Oh man, so you are. Excellent. Primary teacher and science teacher. My name is Muto. I never learned how to say his name. It's Muto, right? Muto. So, welcome. Change a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. So, the head nurse asks you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. So, oh, should I go later? Muto. Yes, afternoon's probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. You want to introduce yourself to the class? Alright. Chat, I'll let you choose. Not let you choose, but I'll have you, I'll let you have a little say what you think is the best choice. I already know which one I'm gonna pick, but yeah. 1, yeah. 2, yeah. Spaz is an autistic little bitch. Blaze is not in the mood to be edgy. Yeah, of course, I always introduce myself, because why not? I don't think not introducing yourself has any, like, thing to do with the score. Like, this game does have a score system that dictates how the routes progress. I don't think this first choice actually has any bearing, but I have to look back. I have to look into it, though. So, yes, we're going to choose ourselves. So, yeah, sure, I mean, isn't that normal? So, of course, but not everyone likes to be at the center of attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. So, right, but it's no problem. Go then. My heart is pounding my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Joe opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. I get a grip. This is a big step, I know that, but there isn't any point to worrying so much about it, at least not this soon. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. Pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high and there's lots of space left over, around, and in between the desks. The entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. Students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. Stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. and they all look normal, like students in any other school. Then why would they be here? Probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's not just immediately obvious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Despite the unnatural tendency to listen when someone is talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking. A girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. One boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. The girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses and then goes back to whatever she's doing. Oh, yeah. By the way. Did I ever tell you all that I was born deaf? I'm gonna let you know this about me, chat. I am a fucking warrior. I was in fact born deaf. That's good water. I'm not saying that unironically though. Sometimes good, yes, I can hear now. Like a lot of babies are born deaf. It's just a quick surgery and they'll be fixed, right? Hey! Marshall is like my evil twin from Missouri. Marshall was a femboy and I'm a bear, so the evil twin from Missouri, dude. I see. Yes, a lot of babies are born deaf. It's a simple surgery. It's fixed easily. But there's an alternate timeline where I stayed that way. That Haruhi? Anyways, another girl seems to be making some weird hand sign language. She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. So, please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands and so does everyone else except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So I'm Hisao Nakai, and after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone, even though I'm a new student. After that, I'm being so boring. It's exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied even with what little I said, though. The girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have gone worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. But the diabetic kid passed out? You're the diabetic kid passed out? It's soccer, Blaze. Be a man. Said Peter Griffin in the back. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against the other wrist. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against the other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. It makes me feel a little bad. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? So, yeah, it's fine with me. I'm starting to get mush mouth because my jaw is getting tired from talking so much. Hell, I don't talk that often in my normal everyday life. So, that's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She's the class representative. She can explain anything to you that you might want to know. And who else will be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we'll be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh, right. Hakamichi's right there. Shizune Hakamichi. She calls out her name. The cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. So, hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. It's an A. Ha ha ha. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. She's an 8. Nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. Shichan. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short fuck. Take another drink of water, chat. I do like how how her name gets crossed out there and replaced with Misha. She has short yet carefully, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of her dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. So, it's nice to meet you. She's an A. Yumi looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Nakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher is messing with me, saying things like you'll be able to talk to people and who better to explain things to you. Misha, I can see you're a little confused, right? But I understand why you would think I was Shichan. Shichan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. Misha, I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. Shizune. Misha, you're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shichan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today so soon, Hichan, right? Fuck, it's getting hard to read. Teacher is such a jerk, yeah. Hichan? Fuck. Isha. Yup, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I never liked that nickname. So, I don't really see how. Isha, it fits. You look just like I imagined. Isha. Ha 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 ha, you look just like a Hichan. So, I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Shizune. Akamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Ahaha, sorry about that. Shichan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. I think I need to get like a nasal spray before I do shit like this. Sune. Misha, do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. So, thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kinda came straight to class today. Today. Ha ha ha, but fuck Misha, ha ha ha. Misha, that's no good. You should always try to learn just as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. Misha, always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shichan? Ha ha ha. What about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it, half-assedly, but anyways. I don't really say anything, and Misha signs something that ends with a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. Misha, you look down. Are you okay? Misha, don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Misha. Wahaha. So, alright. Misha. Yeah, whenever I interact with Shizune and Misha, you're just gonna hear a lot of Shizune, Misha, over and over again. Misha, and another thing, you don't have to call Shu-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shu-chan. Misha. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Misha. Yep. Shizune is fine. So, okay, that'd be a lot easier for me. A lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. How Misha and Shizune sounded in my head, I don't know. Shit-chan. Fuck off, I'm not calling her Shit-chan, I'm calling her Shit-chan. Fuck off. Oh, she still seems like that. Just less so, I guess. Huh? Oh, right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shit-chan will get mad. So, the assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. What's Misha's disability? I think it's either Asperger's or some form of autism. Beer bag, give me a sec. Enough now, fuck it. I have a Shamrock Shake waiting for me in the freezer, but I feel like if I start eating it while talking, it'll just make my mush mouth worse. I would, but Fortune Environment is taking an hour to load, as per usual. Autistics, Asperger's. Isha. Wahaha, that too. Shizune. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language just to understand that. Okay, I get the message. What the fuck? Shizune. Misha. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? Assignment was actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Isha's gay. True. Still, we finished it after a few minutes earlier than anyone else in class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is not. It's a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of our period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. Like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Big windows open up to the courtyard, towards the main gate. Misha, it's the cafeteria! Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed down the line. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. Pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table, sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at the person who talks to you is proper and polite. Misha, do you want to know something? Hisao, what? Misha, about anything. We're your guides, so you should ask if there is something. Alright, I know that asking about Shizune's deafness is bad. Alright, do we want to go down Shizune's route, or do we want to go down, fucking... Howdy, Trench 1918. Unironically, I might end it here after the next scene, because it's really getting hard to talk. Like, my fucking face is getting tired. My mouth is dry, and I need to get, like, some, Singer Saving Grace or some shit like that, dude. Like tea. I need tea whenever I do this shit, dude. So, about Hoi 4 loading, may Google have a stroke. Good night, dude. I hope you're okay. Well, I'm not leaving just yet. I'll give it, you know, a little bit. I'll finish up the scene at least. But, do we want to go down Shizune's route, or cheeks getting tingly? No. Well, I mean, around my cheeks feel tired because all my muscles in my face are contracting in order to talk, you know? So, I guess hang on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ask my parents what route I should go down. Give me a sec. Because they're watching the stream right now, so I'll be right back. Give me like a minute. Chat, you're not gonna believe this shit. My parents told me to go after after Misha. They said go after the one with pink hair. Little do they know. We'll ask about the library. So, oh yeah, is there a library in the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives a kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. Misha, there is. It's on the second floor. We can show it to you sometime. So, thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they were talking about secret girl stuff or something. I quickly notice the conversation and sign is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. The dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk in the last row. She jumps away when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I could feel her tension all the way from here, as if she was slowly turning into stone just from my presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills up with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how that is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's a long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. This fucking chair. I have no fucking lumbar support. I should probably go get my fucking body pillow and prop that up on my back. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. So Lawrence, the game you're playing right now, your parents are basically watching you play a romance drama? Yeah. Because I've been trying to get my dad to read this visual novel for a while. It's a fucking great visual novel. And I've been trying to get him to read it for a while and he won't. And hey, Dad, while you're watching, fucking download this shit. It's literally like 50 megabytes. Download this shit on your laptop or something and just read it, dude. What are you waiting for? Come on, man. Alright. Chizune. Misha. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hitchan. We gotta hurry already, since there's a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. So, wait, the teacher said I have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Misha, is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out their other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. Get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. Chizune. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool. So, how is that official? Chizune. Misha, don't be silly, Hitchan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Misha, anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. Misha, you'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. So, yeah, thanks. Bye. Spaz, if your dad would be disappointed in you reading something like this, he probably should get the stick out of his ass. No offense, but unironically, this may seem like hot, gay, anime girl dating game. Motherfucker, this is an actual work of art. Unironically. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in hoping that this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. A white door on the left is a green cross with the text, Head Nurse, and a nameplate. Voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly looking man on his office chair to face me as I enter. I'm starting to mumble, because my mouth is getting tired. The desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Smiling man. Hello there, what can I do for you today? He's young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. So, are you the are you the nurse? Smiles like a person who has heard this same question hundreds of times. Smiling man. Why, yes I am. It says so on the door, no? Call me by my name or just the nurse, like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. Its handshake is rather firm and friendly. So, right, I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Sao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. So, yes. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the high school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, most like physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. Famous 24-hour nursing staff. So, wow, this is like a hospital. Nurse. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. Joke was so out of place I'm left thinking why he even said it. So, yeah, it's really weird to have so many medical people at school. Nurse, you'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Nurse, now let me just find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. Homie, you can find more graphic sex scenes on TV. Not even like, oh, you download the porn channel. Motherfucker, like, you can find more graphic sex scenes in fucking Marvel movies, dude. Epitome of generic, I like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all 4 walls, reminding me to eat properly, 3 times a day and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So you already have medication for your arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening or it won't help much. Be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports, rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. So, well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to recommend you to refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. So, I like if your reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. Goddamn. There are a few sex scenes, Raz, but they're very tasteful, they're not graphic. I think the worst that you see is nipples. I think you only see nipples and that's it. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. Whereas the previous one caused by a slight concussion to the chest area, there's no mention of the cause in your papers. So, not exactly. I sidestepped the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Nurse, still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Off? No, you can disable them, but I'm not going to. Brisk walks or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told. Nurse, you were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before, you just need to take care not to overexert yourself. Wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. So, okay. Goes over my papers one more time and sets them on a desk, obviously content. Good, that's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. Rushed it out before I even realized it. Quick visit indeed. Okay. You know, every time I play this game, I always thought it read progress carefully saved, not successfully. Alright, I thought it said progress carefully saved. I don't know why. It took me like 3 years to realize it didn't say carefully, it said successfully. I'm gonna call that because my voice is really starting to give out, and I really want to eat that Shamrock Shake. So thank you all for joining. Thank you, Shy, for the $1. I'm probably gonna stream this again, maybe Wednesday if I can, like Wednesday during the day, but we'll see how far I am in getting the new video out. If I can get the new video uploaded by like noon Wednesday, I will. But I have to work Wednesday night, so. I'm a bit self-conscious. I honestly never felt like watching something that has the loose scenes or something to be ashamed about. Can't do this to me. Just download it and read it yourself, homie. It'd probably be better other than having my lispy-ass voice narrate to you. Godspeed, an old one. Godspeed, Darth. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you all for coming around. Oh, fuck me. Thank you all for coming around. Looking forward to your LP. I don't know whether I should be offended about that or not. Anyways, have a good night, everyone. Can you play this on phone? I think there might be an APK on phone. Hang on. Just be careful downloading an APK on your phone, you might get a virus. Wonder if I can do that. I'm looking at Reddit right now. Give me a sec. Fucking yes, I'm over 18. Oh, but my Android version is 12. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna link in my. I'm gonna link. Okay, here. This is okay. This is a 2-year-old link. I don't know if it still works, but there you go. If you wanna download it for your phone, that might work. That might be a virus. Be careful. Don't hold it against me. Enjoy your Hearts of Iron Rise. I might actually boot up Hoi 4 myself and play it. I hope you all had fun. I'm gonna end stream now and go get my Shamrock Shake and probably talk to my folks about the visual novel. Have a good night, everyone.